Hey everybody, welcome back to Corpse Factory. Apologies to my hair, by the way. It's a little bit damp. I just jumped out the shower, but I'm going out later, so I don't have much time to record, so I just didn't have time to dry it. You might say use a hairdryer. I don't know where that is, so it'll dry during the recording, hopefully. Anyway, last episode, Noriko went completely batshit crazy. We were pretending to be a corpse, we stripped naked, we were trying to, have a little cuddle in the back of the van, and basically we got zipped up and taken away, because clearly there is something wrong with Noriko. Mainly because she's aware now that someone is hacked, or there's some sort of supernatural force, I guess, which is going to be my explanation. But something has got access to Corpse Girl's website and is performing the actions of her for her. Also, we found out Aoi has got a boyfriend, and that was too much. It was finally the straw that broke the camel's back. Anyway, we completed Act 1 and we just started Act 2, which makes me worried because this might be a 30 or 40 hour game, but we'll see how things go. I'll take it at my own pace. Anyway, this is Act 2 and this was Kojiro, I believe. I try to reflect on life every morning. Keeps me grounded, keeps my mind busy. A busy mind is a happy mind. I like to assess myself, like I'm judging my own life. Kojiro, 34. Not much more to me than my name. Done a lot of things. A lot of things I regret. A lot of things I don't. I'm happy, overall. In a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job. Small group of friends. Couple of hobbies. Enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, passions. And fears. Who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. I speak a little French. Ça va? Oh, ça va très bien. A lot of Japanese. Konnichiwa? English, not so much. Yeah, that's true. Dad always told me girls like multilingual guys. I haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I was in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, deep, like me. She doesn't get me though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. That's probably enough self-reflection for today. I get caught up sometimes. Easy to slip too far inside my mind. Got things to do today. Deliveries to make. The boss is cracking the whip. I've already eaten breakfast. That's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee though. Should have time to stop by the cafe. I grab my keys, phone, wallet, and a book for the train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny in my school days. Not so funny anymore. But it's stuck with me. I find it hard to break habits. I leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. Probably not, but a possibility. My mind always thinks of such things. Always prepared for the worst. Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. The platform is quiet today. Must have beaten the rush. Going straight to the factory today. That blonde girl will drive me there. Tomoe. Always on the tip of my tongue. I mean, who wouldn't want Tomoe on the tip of their tongue? I like the factory. Spent a lot of time there with Dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now. Colder. Reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though, not since Noriko made it her home. She calls it the Corpse Factory. Not a fan of the name. I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me. Now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there sometimes. I picture him working away. I know he's not really there, just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. Hope he's proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in an HRP. I take the trolley and steer it toward our van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Noriko is not hiding within.
Okay.
I hoist the first cadaver off the trolley and load it into the van. The second one follows, then the third. I wipe a trickle of sweat from my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat, maybe later. One more cadaver on the trolley. Into the van it goes.
You're pretty quick at this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me. Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Might be right.
I look straight at the girl. Not the type I'd normally associate with. Girls like her usually think I'm a freak, or not normal, either or. But we've gotten to know each other, a little. Won't call her a friend yet.
Why do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this shit freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild, but I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither. Never did.
By the way, is Shinny not questioning where you are, Tomoe? Since you're basically doing this as a full-time job now, on top of presumably your full-time job.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad shit I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it.
I mean, listen, Tomoe. It might not be that bad a place. You know, it's warm. Presumably everyone that's doing recreational drugs are there. All the homosexuals are there. They're going to have a great party. You're going to enjoy hell. You'll love it. You'll fit right in.
Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but
Then she went to Slough.
just been thinking lately, that's all. But between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
You're getting paid?
Oh shit, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting paid.
Oh, good.
Whew. That would have been awkward.
The girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The roller door at the loading dock is wide open.
Bring the trolley?
Okay.
She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Have we got clothes on?
You here?
The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn-out thing. Frayed fabric, torn edges. Lying on top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams. She's not wearing clothes still, is she?
What time is it?
Okay, she's wearing clothes. We're good.
Time to get up.
Come on.
Got work to do.
Aw. How many deliveries today?
Ask the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible, like rotting flesh.
And this place smells like roses?
I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gestured toward the rack of cadavers that filled the factory. We acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days. But sometimes we forget. God, don't you hate it when you leave, your cadaver in the fridge beyond its expiry date and it just starts to, rot and fester in your fridge and you kind of know it's there but you don't want to deal with it, you're just like, I'll just close the door. I hate when I do that with my corpses. And it's so cold here, all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench could make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay. You probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. It's all for Noriko. Couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions, or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worthy. You've honestly attached yourself to crazy here, I think, Kojiro. This is the only way I can think to earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself. But that was a lie. All of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work at a morgue. I've been stealing them for years. Oh. Just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. Oh. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her. A heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding and macabre, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her, over a year ago, that day she moved into her apartment. I've kept close by it ever since. This is creepy revelations. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Noriko. Physical labor always makes me hungry. A normal human trait, I would assume. I take a seat at the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is Fausse Photographie. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. When I flip open the cover, I'm reminded of why I started coming here. I once saw Noriko at this very same restaurant. She was eating omurice and reading Strange Flower. She didn't eat much. 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly. But she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned then that she's a girl that would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard not to fall for someone in love with educating herself. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add it to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Omurice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume this is Noriko's favourite. Funnily enough, it was Dad's favourite too. I devoured the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can't see who sits down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to their rightful place.
Go Jimbo, right?
Close.
Kojiro.
I don't think so.
Why is it question mark, question mark, question mark? We know who this guy is.
Trust me.
Junpei.
You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The rotund stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the gesture.
Can I help you?
Nah, man. Just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up? What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while. Let's talk about Corpse Girl.
Uh-oh. The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah?
Uh-oh.
I've seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
The foul man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the factory.
I want to know how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
Junpei? I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl is some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted her sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Ever since then, a new string of deaths have raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Deaths not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Noriko's requests. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city. People whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation, as long as they kept their hands off her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows there are two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone. Here, check this shit.
The guy shows me his phone. There's a webpage on the screen. The Human Removal Service, where you remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like to be removed. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud. Sorry.
Human Removal Service.
Kojiro, I've already done this.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. Yeah, will you remove unwanted human beings? Take advantage of the free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of the human being you would like removed. Following that text is a form to be filled out, just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They are running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victim details, and then somehow carrying out the killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves? Or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan. Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler. More profesh, you know?
If you say that to Noriko Junpei, you will be murdered. The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. This guy's involved with the copycat and this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am. But what's his endgame?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly, the human removal service. I bookmark the site, then scroll down to fill in the name field.
Was it Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto. The next field requests an address.
Where do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer would target an accomplice.
Of course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Boom, we've got you. Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Freaking weirdo.
His face is contorted into a foul grimace, like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the human removal service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if he figured it out what I figured out. Don't care. I need to tell Noriko. Oh, she's not going to take this well. July 31st, Friday morning. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. How I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs. I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold up my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaw drops ever so slightly, and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims. But there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto.
She's gonna murder him.
Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
No, I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable. Something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me. He may very well know Noriko.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Do you think you'd remember this?
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time in bringing up his noise profile.
Oh, shit!
I peer over her phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend.
Aoi, your friend.
Aoi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about? The cute and shy one? The one I followed more than a few times out of curiosity? Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's. Needed some tips. Is she dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know. I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while. Wait. I wonder.
What?
Never mind. I need to think some things over.
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
We have destroyed this by now, haven't we, Noriko?
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stabbed Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
I get it. Kill two birds with one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim, and have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
And we're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl. But we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50%, and it has been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave into fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life, they call the police, have the corpse removed, and they go on with life.
We haven't been doing so well lately. But the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway? It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true. I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Then, dispose of him.
Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside of me. I won't let her down. She has given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
On it.
Good luck, Kojiro. And be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before a smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. Quite a bit of time has passed since we went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on. He should have come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of this alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting. But he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing him. The whole thing could be a ruse. He might have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit. Front only. Could he have climbed out a window? Doubt it. Big guy. Not very fit. Even if he attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often, his favourite place. Likely where he met Aoi. She still works here, according to Noriko. What does Aoi see in him? What does Noriko see in Aoi, for that matter? The girl is boring. Cute, sure, but no outward personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading toward the station. Easy. Here goes. Can't believe this guy travelled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why does he travel so far just to visit a maid cafe? He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above this little tomb. No one else around.
Hey, is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I stride up to him and press my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close, it's easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head height higher than he is. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fist fight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
Oh?
I don't think I'll do that.
Get ready for the quick time events.
Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
Question number 2. Where did you get that, pockets little idol thing? I want one.
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. The disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap 2 of his fingers.
Holy fuck!
The knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I savour the sensation of shattered bone, grinding against shattered bone, as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Turning my head back, I look eyes with Junpei. Honestly, Junpei, I think you should leave here. Kojiro turns out he's just a cold-blooded assassin.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist in the face? My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow. He's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his leg flails limply. Completely off balance, he falls and lands on his rear. I move towards him and stand over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me!
Junpei, I think you're about to get cremated, good friend.
This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience. Have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko will think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles. His feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural, beastly growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down. figuratively nor literally. I kick him in the ribs, and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again, and again, and again. 1 or 3 of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation, like kicking in the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just moments ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment's silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks. But a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Our Herald. He carries out all the killings personally.
I frown, and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Your Herald?
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
He's a visionary. A prophet. And he's immortal.
Okay.
He's more powerful than Corpse Girl ever was. Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to Corpse Girls. Send a corpse photo to a victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. That was what Noriko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time, and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt my neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension in my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of her problem.
Junpei?
A girl's voice. Soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Aoi Sato. Noriko's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto. I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Aoi will never link this assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2.
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Aoi got hurt, Noriko would never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
Later.
I turn on my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to a wounded dog. When I was with Shizuko, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She bought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. But Shizuko never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palatable. She died, and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe. More specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was callous of me to discard the gift that Shizuko gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something that symbolised what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her. but I want her. Nariko reminds me of Shizuko in some ways. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of the piping hot brew fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to the next destination. Oh, we have come back to the library. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. Plus, they always carry works by my favourite authors, but the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuko. I wish someone would ask. Just once. It'd be nice to know someone cares, even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuko. No one knows she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Nariko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I required. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I've never heard of. It will do for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring, drivel, I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven. But it's my birthday, and Shizuko isn't here to get me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko. I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought it was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35. Fuck. Where did the years go? Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I met Nariko. Technically. I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I asked her some trivial questions, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. Oh, you were the previous occupant of the apartment. I returned to collect a few last things. A couple of blankets in the closet, a broom and a dustpan, a few knuckle bones, the usual stuff. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen in my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking, and she looked like Shizuko. She looked so much like Shizuko. She shook hands with the landlord. She said her name aloud, Nariko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Nariko would be moving in, making the place her home. My place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologised. I apologised.
Zaz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but didn't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I now know. She's become a little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. And she's still gorgeous, still takes my breath away, just like Shizuku once did. But she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally Tomoe will go and fetch the things she needs. Clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point I got delegated to selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also, Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos, and it's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favourite work. It's tedious. And I don't have the eye for detail that she does. But I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. I didn't realise I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Saz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for weeks. Didn't think taking this morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently it rubs her the wrong way. But juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shizuku's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory anyway. I drain the remnants of my coffee cup. After returning the unread book to its shelf, I leave the library.
I'm home.
I close the front door behind me. My place is always dark. The tiniest sliver of sunlight filters in from the gap between the closed curtains. I like it this way. I spend countless nights underneath the unholy lights of the morgue. That fluorescent glow messes with my eyes. So I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is small. Smaller than my last apartment, at any rate. Noriko's apartment. A tiny living space. One bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful. A half-sized tub with a shower head above it. A toilet, no sink. I need to use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. But it's home. Moving here after deciding to leave my old place was the change I needed after Shizuko died. I threw away so much of my life back then. I'm almost a completely different person now. Almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms, the parts of me people find weird or off-putting. And can't help it. That's just how I am. All those quirky attributes that Shizuko couldn't stand. They're still with me. She's gone, and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday. What a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shizuko a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because of my birthday. Because this day reminds me of that damn French press she bought for me. But it's gone now, and she's gone. All that remains is me. That's the way it's always been. Probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying in and relaxing. I shuffle towards the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look at my clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the one I keep on display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days, like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on a white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hate the colour white. It serves no purpose. Despite its useless colour, the mannequin holding the coat does serve a purpose. It carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin isn't the most fitting word for it, but it will do. As I grab my coat, the sleeve catches on the mannequin's fingers. I tug on it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb. It's a body, isn't it?
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore. Not when that face stares back at me from within the cabinet. Nothing to do about it. Well, that was creepy.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
I don't have a gift for you. I'm sorry.
I mean, Nariko, you have the gift that Kojiro really wants, honestly.
All good.
Nariko runs her hand along her opposite arm shyly. Not like her to act so awkward and embarrassed.
I just didn't know. That's all.
I know.
She seems truly disappointed in herself for not knowing about my birthday.
I looked at my noise feed, and it even has a notification that today's the day. I'm sorry. I don't have a reasonable excuse.
It's fine. Really. What's on the agenda today?
I want to break away from this discussion. I hate my birthday. I hate Shizuko for leaving me. Nariko sweeps a stray strand of her hair behind her ear and contemplates the question.
12 deliveries. Tomoe has already prepped the bodies. She's waiting in the van. I've sent the photos to the victims.
Only 12 today?
We're not getting many new requests. All of today's deliveries are just part of our backlog. There aren't many corpses left here, actually. We've managed to work our way through most of them. Have to visit the morgue again soon.
I see.
Things seem to be slowing down. The copycat is stealing our business. I just know it.
Maybe.
Oh, that reminds me. Whatever happened to Aui's boyfriend?
What do you mean?
I can't believe I forgot about it. You were going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I'd forgotten about that, too. Caught up in my own head today. Junpei Matsumoto.
Is he dead?
Unlikely.
Nariko's pout prompts me to explain.
Hurt him good, but Aoi arrived before I could go further.
Shit. Did she see you?
Yeah. She doesn't know me, though.
I suppose. Wait. You didn't hurt Aoi, did you?
The tone of panic in her gasping voice is impossible to disregard.
Of course not.
Aui's innocent, you know? She can't get caught up in all this.
I mean, she is caught up in all of this effectively, she doesn't know it yet.
I know.
I never hurt a friend of Nariko's. Unless they hurt me first. Self-defense or something.
So, what do we do about Junpei? If he's still alive, he knows that you're involved with the morgue and with Corpse Girl.
Don't know. Actually, he did say something interesting.
What did he say?
I quote, "Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand." End quote.
The Herald? Who the fuck is the Herald? Did you mishear? Was it supposed to be Gerald?
Yeah, Gerald Riviera of fucking The Witcher series.
Herald. Apparently some prophet. A visionary. Junpei says he's immortal.
Immortal? You're not serious.
Every killing is carried out by him personally.
What the hell? How is that even possible? How can someone kill so many people without getting caught?
I shrug. My tongue subconsciously licks the gap where my tooth once was.
Guess he's good.
What a pain in the ass.
Anyway, I'll take care of those deliveries.
Thanks. I'm going to try and dig up something.
Dig up?
Not literally. Information. Online.
Had me excited there for a moment.
Don't worry. You'll be the first person I tell if I decide to go digging up bodies.
Thanks.
I throw Nariko a lazy wave and take my leave.
You finally good to go?
Yeah.
Good. I want to get this over with.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
It's funny to think that Tomoe knows about my birthday. I assume she read about it on Noise since we're now friends.
Get any prezzies?
Not one.
Lame. What do you like? I'll buy you something.
Really? You'd do that for me?
Of course. You may be a creep, but birthdays are the best. Everyone deserves a present.
I think she's being nice. Not a fan of being called a creep.
Well, I'd like a French press.
Would I?
What's that?
A coffee press.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, sure. I'll order you one. Cool?
Cool. Thanks.
Sure. Happy birthday, Kojiro.
Surprisingly, she steps forward to give me a short hug. It feels nice. Contact. She's warm. Not like Nariko, or the way I imagine Nariko to be. Her hair smells wonderful. Like coconut. I'm not sniffing it on purpose. I'm not trying to play up to my reputation as a creep. But it's impossible not to smell it when we're this close. Her fingers tap against my back a few times, and then she releases the hug. A smile as warm as a touch spreads across her face.
Come on, let's get going.
Yeah.
Tomoe opens the van's driver's side door and scoots inside. As the door shuts behind her, I can't help but entertain the thought of what she would be like to have as a girlfriend, a partner, a lover. She's nicer than I originally thought. Heart's in the right place. But she's not Nariko. I shake the fleeting thoughts from my mind and urge myself to get on with things. Delivery time. August 2nd, Sunday night. Okay, I think I'm going to call it there for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, why not leave a like and subscribe? Everything helps me out. We're learning a lot more about Kojiro, and I'm sure we're going to learn more about him in future parts. So, see you then. Goodbye.